Welcome to the BVI Football Association. This coming week from February 3rd to 12th, our under-17 team will be competing in the under-17 Concacaf Championship qualifiers in Costa Rica. Here to speak as it relates to what's to expect from our team is the coaches as well as some of the players. Stay tuned.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
We mash the gas, them bite the dust. We set the speed while they gathering rust. Inside we heart BVI come first. So please don't be fooled cause they not like us. Once we mash the gas, them bite the dust. Cause we always fast and we always fuss. If you want real speed, you know who to trust. Somebody better tell them they're not like who? They're not like us. CCT fast, like CCT fast, like CCT just generosity, love the community bad, like CCT first with the 5G, cause BVI is we.
Welcome back to the BVI Football Association. I'm here as promised with Coach Percival, who will be guiding the under-17 team to the Concacaf Championship qualifiers in Costa Rica this Tuesday. Welcome, Coach, and just speak about, firstly, as it pertains to some of the expectations for this team.
Well, first of all, I must say it's a privilege to really be working with the youngsters. Our expectations, we have high expectations, but at the same time, we're looking at this as a more development thing going forward. So we're hoping that the players will learn a lot from what we are about to enter into. So yes, we still have high expectations, but at the same time, we are not putting the bar too high. So we're just expecting the players to just compete and to do the best that they can. And
you're no newcomer when it comes to this under-17 team. We'll get to that in a few in terms of the names for this particular squad, but we've had some success with the junior squad last year and also in 2024. How has that transcended to now in terms of what we will see on the field next week?
Well, we use that as actually a measuring stick. The performances from last time around, I'm hoping that the youngsters now could try and emulate what they have seen or what they have heard about. So yes, the bar is set a bit high from the last tournament, but at the same time now we're asking the players to just be natural and just be confident to just show the skill and the talent. So as long as they do that and they give the best, we're hoping that the best will be enough.
And we do know last year was the first year for this under-17 tournament in terms of how it was developed. Obviously that was a learning curve for the squad. How much of those guys will we see also in this squad? And can you just review the team for those persons who will be tuning in that aren't aware of who the guys that will be representing us next week?
Okay, yeah, in terms of the structure of the team this year, from the last team that we had, we still have 7 players that was a part of that squad last year who are now with us, still with us. So the other players are now who just coming in for the first time, who's coming from the U15s and now taking the step up. So it's a good mix, but at the same time, we still have a few experience, but we're gonna just work with what we have and hopefully that team will do us proud.
Okay, and just list those, the entire squad for the BVI public so they're aware of who will be representing us come next week.
The names will be Roman Nibs, Kwesi Cooper, Corey Sebastian, Dre Prince, Carlon Stewart, Quinn Pasco, LJ Scatliff, Kijani Prevost, James Tucker, Akeem Paddy, Maurice Mark III, Devin Daly, Tia Combs, Mark Tan, Anjay Maxine, Jaheem Baije, Miles Penn, Emery Jones, Kenroy Williams, Richard Arthur, and Mayan Baptiste.
Okay. And in terms of that's a full squad, of course, in terms of if there's any potential injuries, obviously you'll be utilizing the strengths and weaknesses of some of the players to make a few adjustments as games go by. How has the training been in terms of preparations leading up to this tournament?
Well, we have some time training, but one of the little difficulty we might have had is that we didn't have the facility to train as regular as we want, because this field here basically has to be shared among some other sports. So we was a bit set back in terms of not having the quality of training that we would like to have in terms of the field, setting and everything, but we're going to make what we have do. And like I said, the players have been putting in the work, and so yes, we still can do a lot more, but like I said, it's a learning experience right now for them, and we're going to make sure whatever they do is the best that they could have done.
And did that, in terms of the not having that particular facility that you guys are accustomed to train as you will, does that put any concern leading up to this tournament?
Obviously, yes, because for instance, the lot of adjustment they have to make with the ball because the field is very, well, kind of patchy, uneven. So normally the kind of adjustment they have to make here now, when they get to a field that's going to be a lot more level, it's going to be a lot different. So hopefully we can see the standard rising a little bit more. But sometimes we expect better here, but because of the ball, so we know we have a lot of stuff that could have been done better that didn't get done because of the condition of the field. But like I said, we're going to make the best use of what we have, and we're just looking for the best.
And in terms of when you initially started to speak about the team, I know you spoke about the overall goals and stuff in terms of a goal post. Yes. What is the goal for this team going into this tournament?
First and foremost is to make sure that we can compete with our opponents. When we compete, we set goals to just make sure that whatever we do is what we are trying to do. As long as we can get to the point to do the things that we want to do, we feel that we will be achieving a lot. So in terms of that, winning is not all for us at this moment, but at the same time we want to make sure that when we compete against the bigger countries or anybody else differently, we can show that we can compete. And that's really the aim is right now, to make sure that when we go out there, we are not just a team out there, we are a team that can compete, win games where possible, and that's what we're aiming for right now.
And the BVI football team is in Group D among some other nations, I believe Turks and Caicos Islands, and you could name the rest that are also there as well.
Well, we have Puerto Rico, we have Costa Rica, and we have Turks and Caicos. And like I said, there are some good opponents, very, very good opponents. They have been doing some good work also. So we know who we are coming up against, and it's not going to be an easy road for us, but at the end of the day, we are just asking our players to make sure you compete, and at the end of the day, you leave the best on the field.
And I'll leave the remainder of the questions to Coach Mark when we get back to him in terms of some of the individuals that will potentially stand out, because obviously in terms of coaching our overall team, you know, there's some strengths that usually stand out before tournaments that you look forward to excellent performances or a certain grade of performance when it comes to those particular guys. So I'll get him to speak on that. But in terms of before we leave, just give the BVI public some encouraging words as it pertains to, you know, this overall squad and the future in terms of what stands in the forefront as it relates to where the direction this team is going to.
Well, for me, first and foremost, I would like to give thanks to the parents for allowing their kids to come out and train with us on a regular basis. And we have to let them know that, for me personally, the players are doing really well. But we have to continue working and working and working with them. So the expectation of them right now is not to say right up at the top, but we are expecting whatever they do now to carry on for years to come and be able to fulfill the national senior team for years to come, because that's where we normally fall short. Every year we have to build a new team. So we are hoping that the players them could get the fundamentals while they're young and go with it. So by the time they reach the senior team, they are really there in terms of what we're looking for in terms of skill and talent. So for me, I just want to say the players are putting in the work, and for years to come, we're going to start to see a much better BVI national senior team.
Okay. Well, thank you, Coach Percival. Next up, we have Coach Mark Morris, who would obviously speak regarding some of the other details as it relates to the team.
We mash the gas, them bite the dust. We set the speed while they gathering rust. Inside we heart BVI come first, so please don't be fooled, cause they not like us. Once we mash the gas, them bite the dust, cause we always fast and we always fuss. If you want real speed, you know who to trust. Somebody better tell them they're not like who? They're not like us. CCT fast, like CCT fast, like CCT just generosity, love the community bad, like CCT fast with the 5G, cause BVI is we.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI. where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Welcome back to the BVI Football Association. I'm here with Coach Morris Mark Jr. Obviously, he is the coach as well as the goalkeepers coach for the under-17 men's, we call it men's national team. I saw it on men's national team. So, what are some of the individual with the sport? Spoken to Coach Percival as it relates to the overall nature of the team in terms of preparations as well. I know obviously you have a hands-on feel in terms of the guys individually as well. Speak to some of the strengths of this under-17 team that we'll see in Costa Rica next week.
First of all, it's a privilege to be here again, another year, because we were there last year, and I think we raised the bar very high in terms of people looking at the BVI from a next perspective. We actually moved up 10 ranks in Concacaf. So that was a major lift for us. In terms of the team in the whole is a younger team than what we had last year. So it's the maturity that we had last year, we've lost some of it. But at the same time, we have a growing group that is developing for the next 2 years. Because the majority of the team, I would say, the other 13 players or 15 players are basically U15 players right now, moving up to U17. So it's a young team. But at the same time, the maturity from the U17s out there from last year, they are feeding off of those players, and we try to integrate them to help the younger players develop. So that makes a big difference in terms of game understanding, technical understanding, and maturity. So that comes from some of the older players. And we have at least 7 of them.
And you speak about the development of the team in terms of that maturity that would have gone on from this current under-17 squad. How do you see it in terms of fielding players for the future, for both the under-15 and under-17 stage, to ensure that the BVI football continues to develop at a certain level?
Okay, so what happens now, the group that's with us right now, majority of them are U15 players going into U16 and U17. So those players basically will be playing for the next 2 years. So you see that this year is a development for them. Next year they had the experience from the previous year and another year. So you see where your team sticks together for a longer period of time, so they get accustomed to playing at a higher level, better understanding as a unit. The cohesiveness will be a lot tighter. So it'll be easier for us to maybe go out and perform on a different level because the experience they've gotten before. So it makes a big difference in terms of development.
And you spoke about the team in terms of what would have happened last year, moving up 10 ranks. Does that put any additional pressure now going into this year? Because obviously the first year, there's no pressure, there's no real expectations, obviously, other than development. Now you would have raised that bar last year into leveling up to 10 ranks. Does that put any additional pressure for this team to perform to a certain level?
Well, really and truly, we haven't even talked about that. That's in the back because that happened last year. This year is a different group. We're not even thinking about that. We're just trying to go out there, represent the BVI well, and play to the best of our ability. We can only do that. That's what we're asking of the players, to come out, work hard, because we've been training really, really hard for the last 2 months, trying to get the guys to get a better understanding of the tactical aspect of the game, which is so important in this tournament, because playing against Costa Rica and Puerto Rico especially, their ranking is a lot higher than us. So you must understand that we're playing at a higher level, and it's a lot different from what we play locally, so that is going to be a challenge for them. But at the same time, the challenge is good because it would bring out the best out of them, and they would be able to see what is required to go to that next level.
And in terms of, we spoke about that challenge as well and training over the last 2 months, can you speak to some of the standouts in terms of some of the individual players that you guys as a management team looking forward to seeing these guys excel at a certain level? Because as you did say, there's still 7 of those guys that are returning from last year's group that will be a part of this group that will help to also mentor those young ones that are coming in from the under-15 group.
The interesting thing about the guys, that the 7 players that we're talking about, the ones that are here locally, they play in the men's league. They play in the senior men's league in the BVI. So from that perspective, they're playing at a high level. My son, he's a goalkeeper. Football IQ is very high. You have Mactan, who plays more in the midfield. You have Quinn, who's a U15 player, but his knowledge and understanding is like a U17 already. So you have players like at that level that can lift the other players. So those players are the ones we use so the other players can feed off of them, let them lead, let them help the other younger players learn the game in a certain way. If we can do that, you'll see a major difference in the way we play. I mean, it's going to make a difference.
And in terms of that as well too, obviously you are the goalkeeper coach as well. How important is that role in terms of ensuring that our goalkeeper is sharp, and is your son, of course, the third, as it relates to that? And in terms of the research, did you guys do any research regarding our opponents? You have Puerto Rico, TCI, as well as Costa Rica, the host team. What sort of research was done in terms of prepare our guys for those particular opponents?
Well, basically most of those teams play basically the same way, from U15s all the way to the senior team. So their formations, tactical awareness, and the way the style of play is very similar. So we looked at some of the videos, and we look at the videos that we played against last year. We have videos of Puerto Rico, so we got a chance to look at the teams and see the styles of play. So now how can we use it to counteract it tactically on the field? So we've been working on those things for the last couple of weeks, and the guys are getting a good understanding of what their roles are and how those roles fit into the tactical game plan that we're going to put together for Costa Rica and Puerto Rico and Turks.
Okay. Well, thank you, Coach Mark, as it relates to that, and all the best for the guys and the team next week as well when it comes to the Group D, and hopefully we can come out on top to qualify for the World Cup for the under-17 category.
Yep, thank you, lad.
Thank you.
We mash the gas, them bite the dust. We set the speed while they gathering rust. Inside we heart BVI come first. So please don't be fooled, cause they not like us. Once we mash the gas, them bite the dust. Cause we always fast and we always fuss. If you want real speed, you know who to trust. Somebody better tell them they're not like who? They're not like us. CCT fast, like CCT fast, like CCT just generosity, love the community bad, like CCT first with the 5G, cause BVI is we.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Welcome back to the BVI Football Association. I'm here with 3 of the under-17 team members that will be heading to Costa Rica to participate in the championship qualifiers. That's the Concacaf championship qualifiers from the 3rd to 12th of February. We'll start with the introduction from left to right. That's the cameras right to left. In terms of you, obviously the goalkeeper for the squad, a lot of responsibility comes upon you, and of course defense and offense, but of course you the person that helps with that clean sheet. How are you in terms of nerves and in terms of preparations going into next week's games?
Well, I don't really got no nerves. My coaches helped me prepare properly for the tournament, and we did a lot of the drills where we see a real life game, and I played a couple games in the men's league already, so I think I should be ready and time to go for game time.
And what about you, Mark? Speak about your role in terms of what you play and the expectations come next week.
I feel confident moving forward to the tournament because I think I already have a good amount of experience playing up in age groups also with the men's team and playing friendlies with the under 20. So I think I'll be good for the tournament.
And what are you, in terms of the role that you play in position, what position do you play?
In the midfield. Yeah.
So we can look for a lot of control area, a little control passing and key plays in terms of that role that you, in terms of your responsibility as well?
Yeah.
Okay, and Quinn?
In this tournament, I'm hoping to make some key passes. I feel decently confident. I trust my team around me, support me with my plays, and I feel like we're ready.
And in terms of the position that you play as well?
Central midfielder.
Center midfield, okay. So in terms of a well-rounded mix here as well, and as Mark would have said, in terms of he played up as in terms of some of the other divisions and especially local men's league, and obviously Morris also spoke as it pertains to that experience also in men's league as well. How in terms of where do you fit in as it relates to that experience in terms of playing older guys and much more mature teams as well?
I would say since I've been young, I've been playing multiple years older. I don't have as much experience as the older guys. They've been to more tournaments than I have, but I've been playing with older guys since I was young, and they've been up to a high standard, so I've been trying to follow that since I started with this national team. And I've been on tournaments, and I would say I have experience, and I'm hoping to gain more.
And what in terms of your overall goals? I guess you guys can speak on the individual goals as well. We'll start with you since you already have the mic. What's the main goal for you come this tournament in terms of that you aim to achieve?
My main goal is to just play how we practiced, play defense, attack, make passes, and try and move the ball around as much as I can, and try not to close down and play defense, press them, have some shots as well.
Okay. What about you, Mark?
My goal this year is to just show my quality. So this is my last year playing with under 17, so I want to make something good out of this and make a good tournament.
Also, in terms of Morris, I'm sure you'll be looking at a few clean sheets.
Well, my goal for this tournament is just to put everything on the line, whether it is coming for clear runs, going for a ball up top corner, everything what I have to do to ensure my team not conceding. I mean, we're going up against some tough teams. You just have to have, like the coaches said already, when past meetings without y'all, discipline and just work with a game plan. That's for me.
And how would you, the three of us, in terms of the team chemistry, how would you guys speak in terms of the team chemistry? How is the team chemistry?
Well, me and Mark been to this tournament already. We didn't get much playing time the last time, but like this time I think we have more experience, and he's been to the men's team. We playing in the men's league, so I think, and Quinn a new addition from the U15, so I think we have good experience to go out there, compete, and come back with something more than just victories. I want us to come back with more experience and for scouts to look at us and stuff like that, because those tournaments are going to be televised, so stuff like that.
And before we go, we just have a last word from each one of you guys. Just speaking to your teammates, speaking to your family members, you know, speaking to the BVI public. Just leave a message with them.
My message to leave with y'all is BVI pride and support. That's all. Support us through traveling, game, everything.
My message would be that we would like to make you proud, and we hope that you have your support when we go away.
My message would be that we're going to represent and hope we have support along the way.
Okay, so I want to thank you, Quinn, Mark, and Morris, for your time, and all the best in terms of you guys competing in Group D, and hopefully we can pull out a historic group win so we can qualify for the World Cup. All the best, guys.